So Tapu Fini obviously is great against fighting, great against Gligar, great against Steelix and dragons, except Dragon Air. It's actually not great against dragons, but you know, good enough. And then we have Gligar as a safe switch. It is always the safe switch, right? I once made the mistake of attempting to safe swap Venu, and a Shadow Beedrill came in and it was just absolute shambles. Sorry, a Shadow Beedrill. So the play is almost always we're sacking Tapu, we're sacking Gligar, but to get an energy or a shield advantage for Venu, because it just rolls over things. Unless it's like a Mandibuzz or maybe a Shadow Beedrill, you're fine, right? Because so many times where you come in with the shield up and it's a Deoxys or a Medi or a Basti or even like a Shadow Vec or Pelipper in the back, and they just cannot handle a Shadow Frenzy plant. So yeah, hope you like the team. It's my first one, and yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, Sand/Slash lead. This is exactly where you want to see it, right? Absolutely obliterates our back line. So we're going to stay in here. They outpace, but we can quite easily survive one. So Sand/Slash page is 6-6. They try to catch the surf there, and yeah, sorry trainer. Nidoqueen lead, this is obviously a huge problem. We're going to build up to 6 and try and catch on our Gligar, which is successful. This is great. We're in a really good spot here. Let's see what comes in. Powder Snow A9, so I've over farm here to ensure that they throw, because if they can come out of this energy dry, we're in a really good spot. We need to get rid of this because Powder Snow absolutely eats up Venusaur. Now I'd recommend normally you go for Surf because so many of these got shielded and it puts you in such a bad spot, but he no shields it and now we're in a great spot. Nidoqueen comes back in, our switch clock is not up, we get farmed down, and now it's Venu versus the world. Gonna shield this Poison Fang, don't know what's in the back, but if it's any false move pressure we're in trouble. It's a Deoxys and they're gonna outpace to two Psycho Boosts here, but there was a lot of lag in this battle. I don't know about you guys, but this Go Battle weekend was an absolute nightmare. This battle specifically, I don't know if he thought I had, either he lagged extra or he thought I had a set spare shield, so he farms up to 3 Psycho Boosts and we win the CMP. We managed to take out the Deoxys here. Shadow Venusaur, Frenzy Plant from this thing absolutely annihilates almost anything. And we lag, I don't know if that cost us, but ends up being a tie. Gligar lead, this is absolutely amazing. They bring in Venusaur, and again, we have an amazing answer for this. I mean, they bring in Lantern, so we can easily survive a Surf. It does nothing. So we're going to farm up, we're going to throw the next one on the CMP. Venu obviously wins CMP here, and they're going to shield, which is questionable. I don't think there's any way they win this, especially with the amount of energy I have. So we're going to throw one before the CMP, just in case they want to shield this again, which is going to be a huge mistake, because now we at the back-to-back, we CMP, we win it, and goodbye. So the Gligar is going to come back in and farm us down. We have a shield advantage, and we have lineman Tapu on this thing. It takes them 7-6-6 to the digs, and 5-5-5-5-5 always to the air slashes. So they make a beautiful catch on the Superior here, which is kind of silly. I overfarmed a lot because I was expecting a catch, but this is fine. We have a shield advantage and we have Gligar on this thing. Now they're almost certainly going to bait, but they need 2 Frenzy Plants and they're not going to get there after an Aerial Ace. So we're going to throw this Aerial Ace, going to do it by 50%, and then we're going to say goodbye. I think Gligar's no ways they're going to get to 3 Aerial Aces before I get to 2, and we probably just farm them down now. GG trainer. Next game. Superior lead. Ooh, not good. We actually lost a lot of leads, but Gligar safe switch, I don't know, people just don't have an answer for it. It's actually shocking. They're going to throw a Frenzy Plant, they're staying in, they try and catch an Aerial Ace on their Bastion. I kind of expected it, so I just kept farming. And now I expected them to let this go because it's going to be lined up against my Tapu, but I should have known they probably want to switch So a bait there was probably the right call, and we don't get to the next dig. We're going to come into Tapu. I've lost count now, but I was counting in the game. I'm going to throw this next surf right before they get to their next Stone Edge, because I want to keep this around. I'm not sure what's in the back. Water gun damage can be really helpful to farm down something, but shield up Venusaur is probably going to annihilate whatever they have in the back. It was kind of weird. It looked like we were going to CMP, but we didn't. They're just staying in here throwing aerial aces. It only does about 50%, so I don't need to shield this, but if I were to 100 energy, their Sableye comes in. Now if they make a move here, we're obviously in trouble, but that does so much damage, absolutely obliterates. They end up no shielding, assuming that they're knowing I had the back to back there. And I'm just going to throw a Frenzy Plant, because it does even resist a Frenzy Plant into the Superior, which is a tanky mon, is going to do more than enough. GG's trainer. Next up, Medicham lead. Oh, that's obviously a good lead, but Medi can win this in the in the ones. I normally again bait chat because they almost always shield, and it's just not worth, throwing a Moon Blast and getting a shield and then getting farmed out. So they try and catch an aerial, a surf on their Superior. We have a great answer to this, and yeah, the Frenzy doesn't even do 50%, so we're in a good spot here. Oh, this isn't going to KO, but if they shield, so now I'm pretty sure they're going to just be aerial acing, but I don't mind. I don't need switch, but this Superior is a bit healthy, and I have all this energy. It doesn't make sense for me to just no shield and sacrifice it. So we're going to get this off, and they're going to throw, this is only an aerial ace, and you're going to see now Gligar is so thick. We farm them down, we come out with an aerial ace, and we are in such a good spot here. They didn't even get that much farm. I'm going to just bring in the Tapu, so I don't have to, I have all this energy, right? I'd rather just throw it and not have to shield. And they have a Steelix in the back. This is a mistake. I give them a huge head start. I should have just, this puts them in single Frenzy Plant range. Even if they outpace, they need to get to at least 3, right? Break and Swipe only does about 15%. This Dragon Tails are doing a lot, but we throw in good timing, and we are going to, easily be able to shield this one up and outpace them to the 3rd. So yeah, lots of Steelix, and this line just, triple beats Steelix, so there's nowhere really for it to go. Lantern lead. I saw actually quite a lot of Lantern leads, and so many of them just do not have a hard answer for Gligar in the back, which is amazing. I guess it's because Lantern is supposed to be the flying answer. They bring in their flying Umbreon because it doesn't want to see my Tapu, and you're going to see here, in the zeros, even energy, Mandy always wins, but they want to come out of this with energy and low HP because they don't want my Tapu to get a huge farm down. But they're going to make a critical mistake and let me get to 2 aerial aces here, and that's going to either force switch or a shield, and either I'm fine with. But the game plan is to get a shield advantage for Venu and just let it run rampant. So we're going to get a shield here. They make a huge mistake and lose track and throw an aerial ace. Perfect for me. I know they have another one stored, but it doesn't matter. We're going to eat this easily, and Venu is primed to sweep. Lantern's not going to be able to do anything, so let's see what else they have in the back. Lantern comes in, and that's a Medicham, and down the shield. There's absolutely no ways they're going to win this matchup. An Ice Punch with all the counters would take us out, so I'm definitely shielding everything. We get a tiny bit of lag, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to shield this, and we're going to be kind of low, but the Lantern swapped out really quick. I think it was, it's got maybe 3 sparks, so we're going to be able to outpace it quite easily, and there we go. That could have even been CMP time. If they got that off, a surf wouldn't have carried, but we might have been in trouble because Tapu's matchup is horrific. Okay, into Trevenant. This is obviously a terrible matchup. We're going to bring in our Gligar, and they make a really good catch. Well played, trainer. It's kind of obvious, right? I shouldn't have thrown that immediately. But yeah, I'm gonna, try and chip this down a bit, and it might have Ice Beam, right? We'll see. So I don't want to bring Venu into this and use a shield to farm down. I'm gonna just bring in my Tapu and kind of just hardball the energy. A lot of the Azus this weekend have been running, or at least in this meta, I've been running Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, so we can wall this energy. Even as a player up, it's only going to do about 30%. Is the Hydro Pump, and we know now we can just farm this all the way down, come out with almost 100 energy. Yeah. And now they are in shambles. They bring out the Trevenant. I'm going to shield this because I have so much energy. And now it's so risky to throw the Moonblast and have them shielded, so I'm just going to go for the bait, which they expect. But the thing is, I just need to get rid of this Trevenant, right? I mean, I don't know what's in the back, but with 2 shields, it can probably just claw down my Trevenant, my Venusaur, and sorry trainer, it's a Lantern in the back, and this is 100% over. Venusaur's, I can't remember how we do this, but Venusaur's going to get to 3, and that Trevenant is on 1 HP, so we are easily going to take this. We can just shield up the next turf they throw, get to this next Frenzy Plant, and call it a day. Yeah, so new Lantern counts now that it got the Spark nerf is 6 to each Surf and 8 to each Thunderbolt. Ooh, Dragonelli, this is so rough. It's Fairy into Dragon, so you'd think it's a good matchup, but Tapu actually is a horrible matchup here. Gonna win the zeros cleanly, but that's not the situation we're in. And now behind this is quite often a Shadow Vic and a Bastiodon or some sort of Steel Answer. I'm gonna just bring in my Gligar here. I know I'm not gonna reach another move. Gonna have to shield that Aquatel, is gonna do so much. And now let's see if they're going to shield this Aerialize. We are close to the back-to-back. No, we're not, but we're shielding this. It's probably a mistake. No shields on Venusaur is kind of bad, and they make an amazing catch on their Bastiodon. We're probably going to be able to get to the dig here, but it's just not going to be enough. They're now going to have enough energy. So yeah, I'm going to bring in the Tapu here to force them to throw, get rid of a lot of their energy, but the thing is, Venusaur needs to get to 2 moves, and we're not going to outpace them. So we're going to have to throw this, we're not going to have enough energy to outpace the Dragonair. And so we kind of made this close. If they didn't get that catch, we actually win this. So well played, trainer. But yeah, you're going to see shadow on shadow violence, as Jamie Finn would say. That is just disgusting, and there it is. Maybe we don't win. They had a full Shadow Vic in the back. This is actually horrific. Shadow Slash. Now this is scarier than the normal because the draw run actually does so much. So it's kind of changed how I was playing it, feeling it out, but he threw instantly on 5, which makes absolutely no sense. So we're gonna just no shield that, build up a little bit, make sure they don't catch, and throw a Surf, and now they're easily low enough for us to handle it with one of the back mons. They throw another Ice Punch, which again makes no sense, super weird. Maybe it had frustration on it still. Now we're going to bring in Gligar so we don't get farmed down. They're going to throw an X-Scissor here, which is kind of a waste of energy, but I guess they just want to do some chip, and then they're going to bring Gligar, and this is amazing because we don't want to see this on our Venu. Shields up, right? Shields down, it's not good, but it's not bad, but these wing attacks do a lot of damage. And we're going to just, this is almost like an Umbreon mirror. These Gligars are so tanky, but at least we're a bit spammier. They're going to, am I going to shield this? I might shield this. I don't want to take all this wing attack damage on my Venusaur. Can overfarm a little bit. And let's see what they want to do. They're going to shield also, and then they bring back in there. Okay, I'm going to throw the Aerial Ace here. Now, you might think this is a bait, but I think I can get to another one because I'm going to survive that one, and I was 3 off. So we make it to the second Aerial Ace, which grabs the shield, and we are in such a dominant position now. We had the surf store, so I'm going to come and take this out, because I don't want to eat an X-Scissor, because they might still get to a wing attack, but they're never getting to 2 here, and yeah. An Aerial Ace from a Gligar does a lot, so well played, trainer. Shadow Vec. This is very bad, but the thing is they almost always triple weak to Gligar, so they're going to stay in, and we're going to outpace them. And now, yeah, they're obviously going to 2-shield this. They're super weak to it in the back, right? It's probably Medi, Basti, so they need to get rid of this here. I'm going to throw my second Aerial Ace to grab the shield. I could have tried to farm down and get a simul KO, but I would rather take that shield and have a shield advantage for Venu. We're going to come and get like 2 Vine Whips advantage here, and there's nothing that can beat it, right? It's actually a Deoxys, and yeah, no ways, trainer. I'm still presuming it's Bastardon in the back. I'm going to preserve my Venu, try and catch a Psycho Boost, but they don't end up throwing. So they stored about 8 counters there, so we have to save the shield for Venu. Take 7 Smackdowns every time to get to a Stone Edge, and the Stone Edge, you can see it does a lot, but not enough. We're going to farm up as much as we can, because A, I want to give the Deoxys as little farm as possible, and B, if I can get to the Surf, then we just found ourselves a second win con. Because I'm not as sure if a debuffed Psycho Boost KOs Venu from that HP, but it would have been close, so we'd rather not even play that. Scrafty, this is kind of sick. All our mons beat this. They're going to bring in a Charm A9, and I've played this badly so many times. A, don't throw the Moonblast. They 100% shield this, and you just now effed, right? What can you do? I don't even think I'm going to get to the Surf. Thank God they throw here. And they throw the Side Shock, so this is great. We're going to just come in with Venu. They're like almost dry. We're going to get a huge farm. Okay, actually not. Kind of scared of... They shield. This is great. Okay, I was counting and I threw just before they managed the weather ball. They wanted to get that off. They try and bring in their Scrafty here. Scrafty. It's not so wrong to say Scrafty. It's going to take 7-6 for them to get the foul play. We're going to catch it. They try and throw immediately to grab our last shield, and that turns out to be a huge mistake. We're going to just eat that energy, farm down, and they have absolutely nowhere to go. And that Scrafty had nowhere to go anyways, right? And we won't even see what's in the back. Another Trevenant lead. This time with an Obstagoon behind it. Makes sense. Now, I want to lose this matchup, right? I want to get a huge farm down on Tapu Fini. We'll see. I mean, obviously you throw Obstruct there, so we know he's running double dark moveset, unless he's an absolute mad lad, which I'm not expecting, right? So he wants to keep Switch because he wants to keep Trevenant on our Tapu. So I want to come out of this with a shield advantage. If we grab our shield there, and we're happy. I'm going to let this go. We're going to come and get a huge farm on Tapu Fini, and with all this energy and a shield advantage, I don't think there's any way they can win this. I feel like for them shielding up their Obstagoon, is he sliding out my chair? Shielding up that Obstagoon was a huge mistake. I guess maybe we'll see what's in the back. If it's something super weak to Tapu, maybe. They end up no shielding, and it's Basti, so they didn't need to keep Switch, but we're in a great spot here with the shield advantage. I'm trying to think, maybe like a Noctowl or Pidgeot is going to be able to win, but I haven't seen any of those in the back. Now Venu is just absolutely on a clinic. We're going to, easily outpace them to the next one. They're going to try and go for a farm down, but their Trev is super low. And we outpace them, so we're going to make it here. We still have, a half HP. Fini in the back, and we make it. Venu lead. This is kind of a nightmare. Was it Razor Leaf? Actually didn't notice that. Okay, they bring in Frostlass. Obviously this is absolute wall, but they end up shielding the deck. Probably scared that I could 2-shield through them if they didn't shield that. But this is great, right? And they're going to throw energy. We are in such a great spot. Again, we've got our shield advantage for Venusaur. Tapu's going to come in here. Shadow Ball does a lot. It's like 70%, but doesn't matter. Tapu's dead weight now. So it's going to just come and be our third and fourth shield. If necessary, I'm going to throw it just before they get to their next Shadow Ball. Obviously, it would be nice to save this as a something in the back, and let's see what's in the back. No, it is fine whip. Okay, so they're going to throw. I'm going to shield this. It's almost 100% a bait, but I'm scared, and it's a Pelipper. So Pelipper is actually a real problem for this team. Fini does not do great into it, and neither does Gligar or Venu, but with a little bit of a head start and in the one shields, we are going to send this thing packing. Yeah, we're going to farm up a little bit extra. I don't know if that was necessary. Well, it is, because we need to outpace, right? Back in comes their Venu, and I just need to make sure I get to the Sludge Bomb before them, because we're both shields down, and this is going to do an actual shit ton. Send him packing. Okay, Buzzwole, such an interesting pick. I actually love this one. They're staying in, which is weird because their energy goes nowhere here, and they're gonna lunge. And I guess it makes sense because maybe the thing that they're gonna try and catch a Surf, but this is fine because I absolutely need to see this on my Tapu. So I don't care that I'm debuffed. I'm full sending these Surfs. In fact, the fact that I'm debuffed might incentivize them to no shield this and sack the A slash, which this is perfect. It's not a farm down range, and yeah, I'm so glad they didn't know that this thing would have swept my absolute backline to smithereens. That would have been A slash in the back is a real problem, but we come in with Gligar, get the farm down, and we see their own Gligar, and now we realize that Venu's dead weight, right? It has nowhere to go. Its energy is kind of useless against the Buzzwole, and it's just going to get farmed down. So I'm going to come in here and just do some downward damage, try and get them to dump their energy with their do. They still get 4 wing attacks, so it's not like they actually lost anything there, but that vine whip damage is kind of critical. So we're going to just farm up now. I know that I can now farm this down. They're dry. I can probably farm them down in 5. They know it, so they're going to get out of here, but it's too late. I've got the back-to-back. Buzzwole, double super effective. Aerial is easily going to knock this out. Buzzwole also paces quite slowly. 7 to the lunges and is it 5 to the superpowers? So yeah. So that's going to be that for our first video. I hope you like it, and welcome, and plenty more to come.